In this video, we will talk about understanding the wealth gap and its global implications. The wealth gap, the disparity in income and assets between the richest and the poorest, is a critical issue affecting societies worldwide. This divide has grown significantly over the past decades, leading to economic, social, and political consequences. Understanding the causes and implications of the wealth gap is essential for addressing its effects and promoting equitable growth. This guide explores the wealth gap in detail, its global impact, and potential solutions to bridge this divide. What is the wealth gap? The wealth gap is the difference in wealth between rich and poor people in a society. Wealth is not just about how much money someone makes. It includes things like property, investments, and savings. When we talk about a wealth gap, we mean that a small number of people have a lot of money and assets while many others own very little. This situation creates inequality, meaning that some individuals or families have access to better opportunities than others. For example, wealthy people can afford to invest in education, real estate, or business ventures, which can help them grow their wealth even more. In contrast, those with less wealth may struggle to afford basic needs or find good jobs, making it harder for them to improve their financial situation. The wealth gap can lead to serious social issues. When a large part of the population feels left behind, it can create tension and frustration. People may begin to feel that the system is unfair, as their hard work does not lead to the same rewards as it does for the wealthy. This can increase feelings of resentment and decrease trust in institutions like the government, leading to calls for change. Addressing the wealth gap is crucial for creating a fairer society. Solutions might include policies that promote equal access to education, fair wages, and better job opportunities for all. By working to close the wealth gap, we can help ensure a more balanced and equitable society, where everyone has the chance to succeed financially. Causes of the wealth gap. 1. Economic policies. Tax structures, minimum wage laws, and government spending priorities can widen or narrow the wealth gap. For instance, regressive tax systems disproportionately affect lower income groups, exacerbating inequality. 2. Globalization. While globalization has boosted economic growth, it has also created winners and losers. High-skilled workers and multinational corporations benefit more than low-skilled workers, increasing income disparities. 3. Technological advancements. Automation and digital technologies have disproportionately benefited those with access to education and capital, leaving unskilled laborers behind. 4. Educational inequality. Access to quality education often depends on socioeconomic status. Those with limited education face fewer job opportunities and lower earnings potential. 5. Inheritance and intergenerational wealth. Wealth is often passed down through generations, giving some families a significant head start while others struggle to build financial stability. 6. Discrimination and social barriers. Gender, racial, and ethnic discrimination limit access to jobs, education, and resources, perpetuating economic inequality. Global implications of the wealth gap. 1. Economic instability. Large wealth disparities can lead to reduced consumer spending, slowing economic growth, and increasing vulnerability to recessions. 2. Social unrest. Inequality often breeds frustration, leading to protests, strikes, and even violence. Historical examples show how economic disparities can fuel societal divisions. 3. Political polarization. The wealth gap can influence political systems, with wealthy individuals and corporations exerting significant power through lobbying and campaign financing. 4. Limited social mobility. Societies with significant wealth gaps often see reduced opportunities for upward mobility, trapping individuals in cycles of poverty. 5. Health disparities. Economic inequality correlates with disparities in healthcare access and outcomes, with poorer populations experiencing higher rates of illness and mortality. 6. Environmental impact. Wealthier groups often contribute more to environmental degradation, while poorer communities bear the brunt of climate change and pollution. Measuring the wealth gap. 1. Gini coefficient. The Gini coefficient is a common measure of inequality, ranging Liddy to 1, perfect inequality. 2. Income share ratios. This metric compares the income of the top earners with that of the bottom earners, highlighting disparities. 3. Wealth distribution reports. Organizations like Oxfam and the World Inequality Lab publish reports that analyze global and regional wealth disparities. Efforts to address the wealth gap. 1. Progressive taxation. Implementing higher taxes on the wealthy can redistribute income and fund social programs that benefit lower-income groups. 2. Universal Basic Income, UBI. Providing a guaranteed income to all citizens can help reduce poverty and economic inequality. 3. Improved education systems. Ensuring access to quality education for all can bridge the skills gap and promote economic mobility. 4. Healthcare access. Universal healthcare systems can reduce disparities in health outcomes and financial burdens. 5. Minimum wage laws. Raising the minimum wage can improve the earning potential of low-income workers and reduce inequality. 6. Support for small businesses. Providing financial and technical assistance to small businesses can create jobs and promote economic inclusion. Wealth gap in developed versus developing countries. 1. Developed countries. While developed nations typically have higher average incomes, they often face significant income and wealth disparities due to factors like tax policies and declining unionization. 2. Developing countries. Developing nations experience pronounced wealth gaps due to limited access to education, healthcare, and financial systems. Corruption and weak institutions exacerbate the issue. Technology and the wealth gap. 1. Opportunities for inclusion. Digital financial services and online education can help bridge the gap by providing access to resources previously unavailable to marginalized groups. 2. Risks of exclusion. The digital divide, disparities in access to technology, can further entrench economic inequalities. Long-term strategies to reduce the wealth gap. 1. Strengthening social safety nets. Programs like unemployment benefits, food assistance, and affordable housing can provide a safety net for vulnerable populations. 2. Promoting financial literacy. Educating individuals about budgeting, investing, and financial planning can empower them to build wealth. 3. Fostering inclusive growth. Economic policies should aim to create opportunities for all segments of society, ensuring that growth benefits everyone. 4. Global cooperation. Addressing the wealth gap requires international collaboration to tackle issues like tax evasion, trade imbalances, and global inequality. The wealth gap is a multifaceted issue with far-reaching implications for individuals, societies, and economies. While its causes are complex, addressing it requires a combination of policy changes, education, and social initiatives. By working together, governments, businesses, and communities can create a more equitable future, fostering economic stability and social cohesion. Understanding and addressing the wealth gap is not just a moral imperative, but also a practical necessity for sustainable development. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.